y'all, it's Mandy with Aunt Mandy's Creations. I hope y'all are doing good. I know you've seen the a lot of the Temu hauls going around, but um, people have been asking for tutorials with their supplies. So I'm going to show you what you can do with some Temu supplies. Temu is a great place I found for crafting supplies. I have no complaints. Um, they've everything's been affordable. It's worked great. I had no issues. So made this little, we're going to go over this little mushroom card today and turn that around so you can see it. Just this little simple mushroom card. It's so cute, especially if you're doing a um, fairy mushroom type journal that like I'm going to be doing. So I'm just going to show you just a quick tutorial. If you want to order supplies and come back to this, just save the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and you'll get notified when I do other little Temu, not hauls. I don't usually do hauls. I like to show you what you can actually do with everything. So for this particular, I'm going to go over the supplies with you real quick, and then we're going to get into making it. So supply-wise, I have scrap paper. This is not Temu. Um, just scrap paper for, red for my mushroom caps and um, the stems, and I got 3 different colors for the grass. It's up to you what you want to use for it. So those are just scrap papers. And then I have, this one is brown, but I'm going to use white this time. So I have a little white paper, and this is just a scrap piece of paper that I'm going to be working on with this tutorial. So on top of that, that is my stuff besides the inking. If you're interested in this little mermaid tail here, Poor Girl Stole My Heart, you can find her on Etsy, and she has so many different ideas with these, and they're so cool. But they fit so many different pieces that you really only need one tool. So, okay, so ink is mine, scissors is mine, glue is mine. So we are going to need, I'll get into the Temu stuff last. You'll need glue, your choice of glue, whatever glue you want to use. Um, As I said, if you want to ink the edges, that's up to you. I choose to. I like that look. I get about, and you don't have to, but I like to keep these down with little clippies. So if you have some little clippies, just to clip onto that while it dries, and sometimes I do it with the lace. And that should be all that you supply. Now for the Temu items, um, I got this. I got this mushroom dye. There's more than just the mushrooms. There's also a little gnome and a little mouse with a tail and some um, flowers with it as well. But I just chose to take the mushrooms out and use those for now. Um, so these are, I'm trying to get that in view. There we go. These are the mushroom pieces and that I use. And this dye, everything that came with this dye was only $1.48. So that's not much at all. And that also has the grass on it. And then the corner pieces that I'm going to be putting on there, those you get 30 in a box, and the box is $1.99. So this is what your box looks like. And lastly, we've got, I'm just using this thin lace ribbon. You get 10 yards, 10 yards of it for $1.49. So it's good for these little projects like card inserts and whatnot for your journal. So that's what we're going to be using. And the nice thing about the white is that you can ink it to be a different color. If you can tell the difference between that, the light seems quite bright. Let me see if I can get it down a little bit. That might be a little better. Okay. Um, so trying to block the light. You can see the difference between the white and I ink. So that's what we're working with today. So I went ahead and cut out all my pieces. I have more pieces than I'll need, but I just in case I do something a little bit different than the front. Um, I just have everything that I need. So I have my big mushroom cut out, and I just cut these out of scraps. So first, get these all out of the way. We got our card, and your card can be any size you want. I mean, as long as your mushrooms fit, and your mushrooms can be tall or short. It's all up to you on how you want to do that. So I always start with, I always start with the big mushroom, and I think this time I'm gonna start with this one of the small mushrooms. So there's two different mushroom caps for the small. Sorry, my hands are all inky. Those are the two shapes for the mushroom. So so you can see them. And then this is the large mushroom. All right. So I kind of want to give a little depth to this. So I think I'm going to start out first by inking the edges. By inking the edges of my card that I almost didn't do. So we're going to go ahead and ink this. I might just speed it up or just pause it and come back. Now, when doing this mushroom, if you're doing a light colored background, the large mushroom doesn't really need to have a backing on it. Although I do have backing for it. Uh, why is that glaring so bad? Okay, so all right, I do have backing for this that I've been using for mushrooms if they do have to go over something. So you don't have to worry about big mushrooms so much because everything else is going to be shorter than it. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to glue the top first because when I do ink these, I don't ink them until the end. I just kind of go over them a little. Okay. Let's put this one approximately, approximately there. And the stem can go any way you want it to. So now we're going to take this piece that goes on the bottom of the mushroom. We're going to put that on real quick. Then we can put our stem on because the stem does not go underneath the big mushroom. It goes over it. Right smack in the middle. Don't know that you can see. The lighting in here is horrible. There is texture and there's lines and there is a middle on here. So we are going to align this for the most part. Give the face of the mushroom. Then we can put our stem. I might want, maybe I want to put the stem. We'll go crooked. We'll go crooked. I know this is really washed out and I don't know why. Okay, it's probably because I have daylight bulbs in here. I think they actually are starting to hurt my eyes. Okay, so next. Oh, this is so tiny. I'm sure probably other people use tweezers, but it's hard to see this. It's a light color on white. So we're going to put this little piece right here. And just kind of line it up on the side. It's so cute. Let's see if we can bring it up. There we go. Okay, so that's our first mushroom. We are going to take I almost feel like I need a dimmer in here. Okay, so next we're gonna figure out. I think I said I wanted one of these over here, one here, and another one here. Okay, so you can see I've got three different colors of grass. I use, and you don't have to. I didn't on my other one. Um, so these are the shades of grass that we use. Oh, oh, sorry. In the original one, I just used one color of grass for everything. It's up to you. And there are two types of grass in here. See if I can get both of them in my hand so you can see. Uh, so these are the two pieces of grass. They are very small, but I cut three different colors this time because I think it'd be cute, you know? You always got patches of grass that are different colors. It's not all the same. So let's do this not all the same. And I still take my grass and I kind of line it up where I want it first before I put it down. Just, all right, what do we think? Cool. Cool, cool. Okay. I'm loving it. Loving it, loving it. Now, I want to get, I'm going to get well, first I want to ink all of this. I'm just going to run, uh, just a small layer, not a small layer. I'm just going to brush, along here and there, kind of dots, just to kind of get these to pop out just a little bit with some ink. You can do it beforehand before you put them on, but, um, I think they stick out just plenty as they are, just because they're just big and red and boom in your face. So, okay, so that's that. Now, we're gonna put these corners on while we are getting our paper ready for the middle, um, and the back. So, I need my clippies. I usually do like one in the middle and one on each edge. We're gonna do that real quick. Okay, so we got that. Now, I just have this brown lined paper. I'm not gonna use scissors. I'm pretty much just gonna tear it. And I'm gonna tear three pieces. You don't have to. I'm just doing the two spots inside and then the one on the back. You don't have to do a back, or you can put just the plain piece of paper on the back. I just want, journaling. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So we got these little clippies on. Let's can I take these off yet? I just like to make sure I keep hitting that. Because I don't have. If I get the other stuff. Okay, I think they're good. If not, we can re-glue them and put the clippies back on at another time. So what I want to do is I want to do this first one in here because once I get the first inside done, I can put the lace on and clippy that. Clippy is a word. If you're a crafter, you know it. You know it's clippy. Clippy thing. Okay. This one in the front. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? as long as we have one in there. Have this little piece off down here. All right. And for these, I just glue around the edges just to make sure there's no bumps. I mean, yeah, I could go in and smear it around so it's smooth and yada yada, but that takes like 511 hours, right? I don't want them on the lumps or anything. I don't want them writing on lumps or anything. And this is just a little journal, little journaling card. So it's okay. It's not gonna hurt to just do the size. And I didn't ink this paper before I put it on either. I mean, you can, but I'll go back over it and just kind of brush it. That's all I do is just brush it. So, all right, let me figure out what I'm gonna do for mushrooms here. Okay, now that we have that done, let's do this real quick. I have to only clippy the front piece. I have to work on the other side. Okay, so back to clipping, clip, 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 clip. Okay, now we got our inside first page done. Let's get our second page. Okay, so I think over here, I'm just gonna do one little single. Maybe on the back. So this, yep, we're good on that. Messy. You can ink everything beforehand. It's up to you. The pieces are so small. I just do it all um at the end. So, and you might be able to see the stem now that if I get a little bit of go around this real quick, just a little bit, not much. Again, if you like this mermaid, a lot of people ask me about this mermaid tail. Um, Poor girl stole my heart. Talk to Jen. She'll hook you up. All right. There we go. That's the back of it. What was that? Oh, you listen. You left this Martha naked. That looks good to me. So, I'm going to ink this up a little bit. Just the edges. Doesn't have to be much. Doesn't have to be any. You can stand out a little more. That grass a little dirtier. This. Alright. Give me a little things over here. Just twist them. Okay. There we go for that. I'm happy with that. And the front paint, let's try. Because it is hard to see, but you know what I want to try? I want to try doing a different color. Like maybe, hmm, maybe some red. I want to see if I just ink it up. I haven't tried this, but I want to see if I just ink it up with some red, if it'll if it'll look good, and maybe it won't. I like it. Yeah, yeah, perfect. Okay, so run out, run out. Well, run over to Temu if you haven't been there. There's a I got a code that you can use to sign up. You get 30% off. You get coupons. If you're already a member, you get 30% off. Use my code. All of the links for all of the things that I use from Temu will be in the description. And so, and that's two different sizes too, but they still work. So run out, grab yourself these mushrooms, all the stuff down in the description below. Come back, make me a card. Tag me if you make me a card, or make a card like these. I want to see them. You can make me a card too, but tag me. I want to see what you guys make. I always love to see what people are up to and what they're making and stuff like that. So, um, if you have any questions, just put them down below, or you need any info on anything. And I'll be back with another tutorial for some Temu stuff, shortly. So again, link in the description. You can get 30% off. Use my code, and all of the items that I've used will be down in the description. I hope you all have a wonderful day.